Yeah, no kidding. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We can do better. I'm Patinator. My mouth is feeling a little weird. Anyway, this is Chromie. She's apparently a dragon of some sort. She never actually turns into a dragon. She just reveals her aspect every now and then. She's a powerful ranged assassin. They're not kidding about that range, though. For those of you who just want to skip straight on to the gameplay, you can use the annotation in the lower left or the timestamp in the description below to skip straight on to the gameplay. For those of you sticking around, let's take a quick look at her abilities. It's important to note that a lot of her abilities have delay on them. Yeah, they realized a mistake that they made with Li Ming, so they kind of made a second Li Ming, in that she deals a lot of damage from very, very far away. But the skill is in timing, which means if your connection is weird or if the servers are being weird, her utility and usability actually drops a lot because it makes it much harder to actually predict where your enemies are going to be. Her trait is Time Walker. She's full of bullshit apparently because she's traveled to the future and as such will learn her level 1 talents earlier than her teammates. So she gains stats at 139, 136.9 and so forth. It's kind of insane, which means her power spikes come earlier, which is probably why she has a lot of quest talents. But anyway, her Q is Sandblast. It's a line attack, fires a missile that deals damage to the first enemy hero hit. It does not damage minions or mercenaries, so you can't use it to clear, but you know, it'll hit whoever you want it to hit. The problem is that delay actually matters a lot. She's immobile while she is channeling it, and people, if they see you, they can just move away. They can just say, nah, you know what, you're gonna miss that Sandblast, which makes it a little unreliable without help from your team, although with a little CC from her friends, I believe she could be very, very deadly, and that's kind of part of her problem. She doesn't have any real CC except for her E, but we'll get to that later on. Dragon's Breath, her W, deals damage in an area, fires a blast into the air that lands after 1.5 seconds, dealing damage to enemies in an area enemies cannot see where the blast can land, so it's a good ambushing ability. These two abilities have enormous range, and you can talent them to have even more range. And that's gonna be her thing, just firing from the backline, being safe, and still we don't have a match. Being safe, and that's basically it. She's literally artillery. She has even more range than Li Ming. I wonder how many people are gonna get pissed at this. I wonder how many times I'm gonna get pissed at this, because this is kind of a nightmare. But anyway, Time Trap. Her E places a trap that puts enemies in stasis. It stalls after 2 seconds and arms after 2 seconds as well. The first enemy here to touch it will be put into stasis for 2 seconds. Only one trap can exist at once. On paper, this looks like a great ability and a good defensive ability. Put it where you expect people to gank you. They walk into it, there's stasis, and then you have time to escape because she has no escapes. Here's the problem. This feels like the sort of ability that's just designed to screw with your friends if you're being mean or not paying attention, because an ill-placed time trap can result in people getting away from a fight because stasis, nothing will touch them, nothing will hurt them, and suddenly all your ults have gone to roost, and there's no roost, and instead there's only disappointment and tears. Also, she's tiny on the map, she's absolutely puny, so targeting her may be a bit of a problem. But anyway, now no real CC here, nothing that really lets her combo into attacks, so she's not as dangerous per se as a Kael'thas, who can make you helpless with his gravity lapse. But she does have a lot of damage. She has a lot of range. So your position is, if there's no one in front of you, it's time to walk away. Her two heroics are Slowing Sands and Temporal Loop. Slowing Sands places a sand vortex that greatly slows enemies inside it. The longer it is active, the more it slows, up to 50% after 5 seconds. Requires a lot of timing. Can choke off a lot of, choke points. Make sure that it's hard to enter or leave an engagement when Chromie is around. The problem with it is the range, while big, is a lot shorter than her other abilities, making placing it a little difficult. And I feel like this will be used more defensively than offensively, just to keep someone out of an area or to slow them down. Melee assassins will hate her, ask her about her many recipes. It also does not shut down until you press R again, so you can leave it there forever, draining 4 mana per second. Or other problems, you can't leave it at an area and just walk away. When you lose sight of it, doesn't matter. If something's giving you sight in that area, such as an ally, it'll stay. But the moment you lose sight of it, it goes poof, bye-bye. So you can't just leave it and hassle people from afar. Temporal Loop. Choose an enemy hero. After 50 seconds, they will teleport back to the location you cast Temporal Loop on them. It's a good way to lock people down, good way to escape. Although it seems like a kind of a waste to use your ult as an escape and only as an escape. It can also lock people down. Instead of getting that kill fast leave, you can just say, hey, you'll be back here, and hopefully everybody will pounce on the opportunity, and he won't turn around and blow me up because all my abilities have a delay and his does not, and he can just set me on fire and blow me up. So my feelings on Chromie are mixed. I think she's gonna be a niche pick. I think she's great at clearing with her W. Dragon's Breath does an enormous amount of damage from very safe area. She's got a lot of pokes, but I don't think she's gonna be the nightmare that Li Ming was on release, that Thrall was on release, that Kael'thas was on release. But she should serve a purpose in very strong frontline teams, but she can get dove on, and she can't really. Here's the thing: she can't really fight off people who dive on her. Li Ming has a blink. Tracer is Tracer, and she also has a blink. Kael'thas has a stun, or at worst will take you with him. You have Dragon's Breath and Sandblast. I don't think this can reliably be hit in melee. And Dragon's Breath, you might be dead by the time it actually lands. So she's extremely vulnerable to people diving on her. So you just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at her talents. Let's take a long, good look at her talents. It's mostly damage. The first two, Compounding Aver and Deep Breathing. Compounding Aver, hitting heroes, empowers Sandblast, increasing its damage by 100%, by 100 after you hit 25 heroes with it. My problem with it is there's no progressive gain to it. You only get the benefit much later on. But then again, Sandblast has a respectable low cooldown of 3 seconds, which makes it an incredible poking ability, which is probably why it doesn't have a progression in its quest. Deep Breathing. Every time a Dragon's Breath hits a hero, increase its damage by 2 up to 50. After hitting 25 heroes, increase its damage by 150 and increase your sight radius by 100%. I actually really like this talent. It's gives you more vision, gives you more aiming, and that's really what's important with Chromie. She can often, with the right talent, she can shoot outside her range of vision so often, and potentially outside the range of vision of your enemies. So if somebody's in front of you, you can shoot. With this talent, you can pretty much abuse it a little bit by making sure you can land your shots before they even know you are there. Time Walker's Pursuit, you gain... Oh yeah, they added this thing. Most of the generic talents now have a quest element. It's part of the upcoming patch that will come out, I believe, next week. Gathering a Regeneration Globe increases your mana by regeneration by 0.1 up to 1.5. After 15 globes, you also gain 5% ability power. I believe the generic version just gives extra mana, which is alright, I guess. If you're into the future, she has an early version of Clairvoyance. Activate to reveal a targeted area for 2 seconds. Enemies seen are revealed for 4 seconds, which is disgusting against anybody with stealth. Level 3, or her second talent rather. More interesting. More recent assassins have not really built around... You can't really build around one ability. I believe I complained about this with Jules. Well, not really complained, in that Jules' talents are meant to build around, to be built around a strategy rather than a singular ability. And we're going back to old school talent styles here, because we can build around a single talent and just keep buffing it and buffing it and buffing it and making it the focus of our gameplay, such as Piercing Sands. Sandblast will now hit the first 2 heroes in its path. Now, if you're somehow lucky enough to have people in a line after you predict them to be in a line, Piercing Sands will work out. Okay, it's probably not as bad as I'm making it out to be. I mean, I do like the piercing talent from Jaina and all, but still, I have my doubts about Sandblast. I think it's just bonus poke. Or if you have a lot of CC on your team, maybe this will matter. Bronze talents, whenever you use Sandblast, you increase the damage of your next basic attack by 250%, and it increases your basic attack range by 35%. This might actually be important, as aside from her 2 skills, she doesn't really have a lot of damage to give. Her ults, neither of her ults damage, mind you. So it's really hitting those 2 abilities and maybe your basic attacks. This could be a sleeper talent. But then again, there's Enveloping Assault, which increases the radius of Dragon's Breath by 25%, making it very difficult to dodge, making it extremely efficient at clearing and maybe giving your enemies some poke. So that's going to be a nightmare for them, and I actually prefer that. Level 6, this is a weird one. Mobius Loop reduces Dragon's Breath's mana cost and cooldown by 50%, which reduces it to, I believe, 35 mana and 7 seconds cooldown. That's great and all. But it also reduces its damage by 25%. I guess if you're looking at a very soft team, and when you're running around in quick match, still no match to 1,570 seconds. And if they're soft enough, you won't need the extra damage. It'll basically be overkill. And you can make up for that damage with the level 1 talent. This might not, on paper it looks bad, but I feel like this is a good utility talent. This is a good niche talent. This is going to be dependent on who you're facing. Dragon's Eye. Dragon's Breath deals 25% more damage to enemies in the center. Again, since it has a delay, although your enemies don't know where it's going to hit, it's still a delay. You still have to aim it. So, it's greedy. For slower targets with no escape, this might be great. Chrono Sickness reduces time traps cooldown by 50% after the stasis ends. The enemy is also slowed by 40% for 50 seconds. It can be good for setting up ganks or making sure that you get to escape anyone who's chasing after you in melee. Level 9, we discussed heroics, but it's important to notice that it is at level 9, which means her power spike is a little early. Her control comes out a little earlier. Whether that matters or not remains to be seen because both of these are utility abilities. Anyway, level 12, bye-bye, reduces the cast time of your Hearthstone by 75% and it is not interrupted by taking damage. You can still get stunned out of it, I assume. But still, I mean, it's in character, I guess, if she's a, time-controlling super dragon, but why would I ever pick this? I mean, there's reaching through time, increases Sandblast's and Dragon's Breath's range by 25%, even safer poke, but I can Hearthstone back. Timeout, her version of Ice Block. Activate to place herself in stasis and gain invulnerability for up to 7 seconds. Can be reactivated to end the effect early. It does have a cooldown of 60 seconds, but then again, it's 7 seconds of invulnerability. You can sit there forever. The bad news is, the enemies' cooldowns would have reset by then, so have fun with that. Level 15, Shifting Sands increases ability power, which is kind of an interesting thing. Hitting an enemy hero with Sandblast increases your ability power by 10% for the next 10 seconds. This bonus can be stacked up to 50%, and the duration is refreshed whenever you damage enemy heroes with Sandblast. If you can reliably hit your Sandblast due to the slows or CC on your team, this might be a good ability. Fast forward, Sandblast travels at least 75% of its base distance and hits a hero. Its cooldown is reduced to 1 second. Now, on paper, it looks great, but then there's that 75% travel time again. And just like the Arcane Orb version of it, I forget the name, but Blizzard traditionally, HOTS traditionally rather, has had a problem tracking how far something has actually gone. So I don't know if this is all that reliable. Quantum Overdrive is her version of, Overdrive. Activate to increase ability power by 25% for 10 seconds. Oh, that's neat. That's extra burst. Level 20, or 19 or whatever. Pocket of Time removes Slowing Sand's mana cost and increases slow. It's not like the mana cost actually hurt, but I guess you can leave it there for a very, 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 very long time if you're expecting your enemies to come in. Maybe if they're going after a shrine, Inferno Shrines, just leave it in one of the choke points and just have at you. But 70% slow is a big deal. You can be there's a reason that Shen's Kick, the talent that gives it a 90% slow, is so valuable. It's basically a root. But anyway, Loophole, Temporal Loophole hits all enemies near your initial target, which is kind of delicious. I always like it when all of a sudden that they're meant to hit one target, all of a sudden hit multiple targets, such as Lamb to the Slaughter and Slaughterhouse. That's always delicious. So there could be some nasty combos in place for Loophole. Past and Future Me is my preferred talent here. Sandblast is remembered and recast. After casting Sandblast, leave an echo of yourself behind. The next time you cast Sandblast, the echo also casts an untalented Sandblast that does 50% damage. So there's 2 of you shooting Sandblast now, which is great if you have to take and hold an area. Not so great if you're pushing people back. Although if you're pushing people back, you're probably already winning. 2,800 seconds now. And or Hall Anomaly. You gain 3 charges of Time Trap and can have 3 active at once. When your cooldown finishes, you gain 3 charges at once. I feel like this is a great way to screw up your team's strategy later on. I mean, it's good if you're it's not even a win more ability. It's more of like, oh, things went wrong ability. And at worst, poorly played without... So this is partly why I don't like it, because I'm in QM and there's no real coordination, since I enjoy the solo queue action. But the problem here is, without coordination, you can easily ruin everybody's day. Oh, look, you just protected 3 of them from I don't know, Kael'thas's Phoenix or Pyroblast or something, or an explosion from Tracer, that bomb. Either way, use this with care as you would with any other bombs. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Well, whatever the video ends up being, I probably will enjoy making it. I'll give it like 200 more seconds. Yeah, unfortunately, we've got an AI match, which, yeah, you know what? Sometimes it feels like AI matches. Well, sometimes QM matches feel like AI matches, so don't judge me. Although I won't judge you either for deciding, this isn't worth my time. It's AI. I'm not gonna learn much from this video. That's totally fine. On some levels, I can agree with you. We're gonna go with a Sandblast build because it's a build I'm not confident bringing against people. So we're going to do that. The problem with the Sandblast build is building around it doesn't really help us lane more. Not that laning is entirely that much of a problem. I don't know why we're framing so hard. That might be an effect of being on the PTR because I don't have this problem on the normal server. Let's hit her with a Sandblast. No, we're not. Actually too smart for that, which is kind of distressing. They dodge skill shots. That's kind of distressing. Is Lunara just destroying our frame rates? Because when we saw her on screen, she was flipping out our frame rates, so that's not great. Don't shoot me, Lunara. And toss it out there. Clear that wave. Let's try to push you out. Boom. Alright. You got quest indicators now. Whenever you hit somebody and you have a relevant quest getting triggered, you get a small little indicator like that. Ding! That wasn't it. Actually, wait a minute. I tried this out earlier and I did get quest indicator. I got a little exclamation point pop-up. Yeah, and I'm backing because Lunara's not there. And we're not losing out on any experience. And I want to conserve my usage of the well. The well now has a shield, by the way, because of all that bullshit. Or nonsense, rather. But Li Mings and Asmodans were doing to the healing fountains. They were blowing it up outside, outside of tower range because of the way some maps were set up. Yeah, Piercing Sands. Yes, terrific choice! Yay! Anyway. And now it has a shield that regenerates after 8 seconds or so, making it a little more difficult to chunk it down. Although dedicated team comps can still do it, it's just not going to happen as often. Or at least not as consistently. Maybe you can score Lunar? Somehow we scored the Lunara. The damage on this thing is bananas, by the way. But I mentioned this in the preamble. The level 1 talent for Sandblast Compounding Aver does not actually have progressive bonuses, so you might have trouble making it work. Probably should not have cleared that. I mean, we get a little bit of experience, but that could cost us a tribute if we're not careful. But the Nara can't get here in time. Hey, fell Chromie. Hey, we sniped with the Q, but we're good. And toss us out there because we can. I'm helping. Because we have an Aberfer. Aberfer does not like soaking, body soaking, which can be a concern. Now I don't know which talent we're gonna take at 6, because of Time Walker, I believe. Yeah, Time Walker. We actually get our talents a little early, so it's not 7, it's 6. I don't know if I want Mobius Loop or Dragon's Eye. Yes. Thanks for the stacks. Falstad is taking care of top now, of bot now, taking our place. Poor Pat, very poor. Let's place our trap over here. And are there 4 people here? Oh, Chromie's here. Mobius Loop is tempting. Mobius Loop is very tempting for the extra burst, and I think we'll do it. This is certainly better with the level 1 talent, but there's no Sandblast talent here. And Chrono Sickness, I don't like Chrono Sickness. I don't like Time Trap. So we're just gonna go with this for more spamming. We can still clear a lane pretty healthily with it. I wonder what the AI thinks is right. Oh, exactly the same thing apparently. Well, that's interesting. Alright, Chromie, my homie, let's do this. Let's go get to that objective early. Well, you know, what's important is we're winning. Not always the case with AI. Sometimes you can lose. Hey, get poked. Get poked. Oh, we're gonna get poked. Time trap, time trap, time trap. Oh, yes. No objectives for you. You. Oh, we almost got hit by that, which is something. Boom. Ha! Never an objective for you. Oh, Jesus, we're gonna die. Oh, wow. That hurt a lot. Avenge me, Pirate Falstad. Oh yeah, these things are still there. Kill recaps. The thing I almost wanted, but didn't expect to be so pointless. Like, sometimes I question like how I died, but for the most part, it's gotten more obvious with how they've been updating their UI, so it's okay. Let's go back up the top and start soaking that, pushing that lane in, making sure that we're in a good position for... Artanis isn't even helping Malfurion. Artanis is an asshole. Anyway, with this we have a little bit more freedom to clear, and we'll need it because our W is the only way we can use to, only thing we can use to clear. Fortunately, Artanis is a very distracting frontline. Falstad is a more immediate threat, and something that they will decide to focus on, like human players or even AI, I guess, will decide to focus on. No idea why our HP is so low, so high. Did we back? Oh no, we died. That's why. Anyway, let's go back and help this out. Oh look, it really is just like quick match. Sometimes we're just not gonna care. Temporal loop, sure. We're just not gonna care that there's a tribute on the way. Not in time. Time trap, huh? Probably should use that more. Well, we got the tribute. We got a fort, which I guess is a smart trade. So in this case, I'm the idiot in quick match saying we can do another thing, but instead we didn't do a thing. You're not late. You're not late for a very important date. Chromie, my Baron Dragon homie, you're fine. You're okay. You're totally funky fresh and fine. Well, you know, I didn't actually expect the AI to get back there, but I don't know how to use I don't know how to use temporal loop yet. I think the combo will be the temporal loop and then shoot everything after like half a second delay. At the Nara AI seems pretty dumb actually. We are on Elite, right? Elite's actually pretty respectable. They do go after bosses if they have the advantage. So don't give them the advantage. Kind of a big wave. That's a Lunara Wisp heading our way. Good job, Aberfer. Good job holding that. So, yeah, basically quick match because nobody went after the objective, I guess. And they were just pushing an empty lane. You know what? Get killed and come back here. I have work to do with you. We have the advantage. Let's push the team fights. Let us push our agenda. Once we get an advantage, I will ping people to go after, say, oh, I don't know, a boss. Yay. Let's push this lane. Falstad can do Falstad things. Falstad AI has been on point lately. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust my headphones because I actually need to loop them. I think they're getting boss. I actually really think they're getting boss. Oh no, they're not. God, Artanis AI is just watching us like a creepy bastard. Temporal loop on you. And Lunara, let's see if we can get a Lunara. We got a Lunara. Kind of a good fight so far. Okay, everybody's dead. I probably got everybody killed. But what's important is we're okay. We, the hero of the game. We're okay. You need to tag this, by the way. This is when I really want that zoning ability. Please no Vikings. Please no Vikings. Please no Vikings. No! Okie dokie. Reaching through time increases Sandblast's and Dragon's Breath's range, so that's awesome. Yeah, I'll take bot. Sure. This is the only first level fort they have. Well, first levels are always forts. Second tiers are always keeps. So there we go. Falstad. Hey, look, we're winning with 4 people. AI and AI match aside, it's still just 4 people. And Artanis half the time is just looking at us like, duh, I'm Artanis. Have you met me? I'm like the boss of the Prutas now. We're actually losing a lot of experience because we're not clearing all the other waves and they're dying really quickly. But I think the trade-off in structures is worth it. They can take our first tier keep. We'll take this. And then we'll gank this. Yeah, come here. Come here, guys. Come here. Yeah, we'll gank it. Chromie's alone over there. We can drop the R on her, force her to stay in place. Probably will. It's not a skill shot. That's disgusting. Donk. That was an accidental combo with our Malfurion. That was all like, oh, we have the advantage, so let's take her boss.
Now's the perfect time for some mercenary friends.
Yes, you said it. All their lanes are pushed in. What are they gonna do? Well, thank goodness Artanis noticed that we were doing a thing. Put this here so we don't get ganked. Well, probably should have put it in a more aggressive spot. But here we are. Okay. Even when facing AI, the standard rules apply. Take bosses when you have an advantage. Take objectives, or at least deny it from them. When all the lanes are pushed in and you have vision, you can afford to do this, because you will never really be in danger. Now let's go take that mid now. We could push with the boss, but not really. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but they're gonna take our bot for it. This is fine. Well, it's not fine. We should totally go over there and gank them. But I'd rather take the structural advantage, since they can't really oppose us at this point. Yeah, sure, you got that, but I mean, and then what? I wonder if they're gonna go after our boss. That'd be an interesting move for the AI to make. Or, kind of a bad move, but oh, I guess they're just pushing really hard. Let's not forget how much range we have. Let's just sit back, relax. Sit back, relax. It's been a while since I listened to Panic at the Disco, so I don't know the rest of the lyrics. Ooh, shifting sands, long range blast. Okay, let's see how well it works. This is the time for testing. This is the time for experimentation and discovery and all that good stuff. So, oh, there's an indicator for it. That's actually kind of neat and important, rather. And kind of wishing we took the other ult. Back away. Oh, it works, it works! All the sandblasts ever. Well, we only lost an Artanis, and only is a strong word. This is actually not that great an idea.
Now's the perfect time for some mercenary friends.
Don't lie to me, Chromie. It is not the perfect time for some mercenary friends. Actually, I have to challenge this too. Time trap. Yes, they're right above us. Let's try not to. Although we could have given them the nice pokes, like right here. We're gonna die here. Is Artanis up yet? Wow, we are in a terrible spot. Just spamming abilities at the confused AI who doesn't know what to do. Come on. Let's clear that wave. I don't know where we're going, but it's not to our boss, which feels great. Look at Lunara scoping out our siege camps. Interesting. The AI seems to have been improved in this patch. I never saw them doing bosses before, but it has been a while since I played against AI. I can actually make this work. Oh no, Lunara bot has seen us. Like, totally seen all of us. Just keep the lanes pushed. I mean, what are they gonna do? Hey, guys, help. No, okay, fine. Fine, let's push on mid. Let's push on Chromie, who appears to be alone. The long pokes. Well, I'll take it. I mean, it still kills. Yes. And now we have a delicious flank on everybody. I would push with them, but why are we in stasis? Oh, trap. And long range pokes. Ah, they moved. Let's keep you locked down. Jesus, that hurt. Just should be. Nope, still not quite sure how to make that thing work. I wonder if hitting someone with the pass through, or as long as it hits somebody far. Snipes! Bam! Okay, that feels good. Yeah, I wonder if hitting someone under the ideal range and then hitting someone at the perfect range for fast forward will actually trigger the fast forward cooldown. I certainly hope so. Yes, yes we shall. Chromie, you're a fucking liar. It is not the perfect time. Well, actually it kind of is. You were a liar earlier. Time trap here. I believe that stasis actually saved us a few times without us really knowing. We're gonna push with boss in this instance. Yeah, I think that's the right call. Don't know what Aberfer's doing, but it's not helpful. Whatever it is. Bam. Yeah, let's push with boss. Oops. Or we can distract them at mid. Because we do have the long range pokes. Like really, really long range. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Good God, this is a nightmare made flesh and dwelt among us. Well, we're winning. Time for some temporal nonsense on Artanis. And pokes. Now it's okay. Now we're in a great spot. Because we have... Really? Well, it's good to see that talent works at least. Now we're in a good spot because we're going to get a tribute. And although it doesn't really matter, this is the point in the game where we should really be charging down mid. And that's probably what we're going to do. And this Nara is a jerk. Yeah, let's go dash down mid. 19 seconds though. Not a lot of time. Ah, sure. What the hell? I mean, Past and Future Me is interesting, but I always like multiple hit heroics when they were originally meant to hit one person. Because it's always sexy when that happens. Slaughterhouse? Lamb to the slaughter? Anybody? Feels good. Where's Abby? What's Abby doing? I know it's an Abby world, and I'm an Abby girl. That's always mining. You can... No, that's not a good song to get into. Actually, let's wait over here. Because they're gonna go after the boss. Or we can go down to mid. If we time this correctly. They'll have to go challenge boss at some point. I've revealed our hand, so that was not smart, but I mean, AI. Yeah, now we have to deal with two things. No need to get tribute. Long range pokes. Oh my god, I thought I was trapped for a second. Yeah, we have to deal with this. Help me! Can't wake up. Ah, we actually hit Chromie with that. Time block. No, now's not the time to die. Oh, jeez. We're getting speared. Why? Why, Artanis? Why? Why, Falstad? Why? He body blocked me into a nightmare of his own devising because he's cool like that. It's important to note that Chromie doesn't actually have any self-sustained talents. There's nothing here that tells her, like, you get to live longer. No. You just have to deal with what you got. Jungling might be a good spot. God damn it, Falstad. He gusted over there to... Thanks, AI. Kinda, I guess. Artanis, please! God, he's just been watching like, yes, I am a good overseer. I'm the best Protoss ever. I'm also good at delegating tasks. See? I'm not even gonna take that siege cap. I'm too good for it. You, Chromie, do your thing, little gnome. Little dwarf gnome, little dwome, little dragon gnome. Drome? It's not as funny. I like dwome better. Dragon gnomes are funny. Who are we short on? Malfurion. This should keep the pressure on the map and allow for greater visibility. If we can get a pick, that would be delicious as well. And it looks like Artanis is volunteering as tribute. Let's go tributize him. Yes. I'm not using my Q yet because it's gonna get weird. Bam! 900 damage, and you can hit 2 people with it. That seems amazing. Okay, we've got the advantage. Let's push. He's not wrong. She's not wrong. Like you will be alive against him. That's like what you do. Let's keep them lanes pushed in. Let's rotate over to mid because we're gonna get some mercenary cover there. Keep those bruisers alive. They used to be a lot more dangerous way back in beta and alpha. They used to be very dangerous. They used to do a lot of damage. But right now their main purpose is really just soaking up hits, which is all we need from them right now. Where is the enemy team? Are they taking a camp? Are they gonna sneak up from behind us? Temporal action! I'm just gonna sit here and chunk the core down because that's like gonna work for us. God damn it. Oh, that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. Here, temporal pokes. Well, we lost an Artanis. But we gained an important lesson. That's that. Don't dive with 4 people. That seems like a very important lesson to learn as a whole. Now let's go tag Vis because it's gonna take them a while to get to us, hopefully. I feel like this isn't a smart call. I feel like we're gonna get a tribute for nothing and then die and do nothing for... Yep. Yeah. Retreat! Retreat, fool! Fly, you fools! Ow. AI gonna AI. And the pokes are real. I could do this all day. But I shouldn't. Yeah, we should go. Seriously, you're just gonna let me do this all day? Are you gonna run? Man, AI is not reliable. Wow, she can actually Q us. Can Q us and shoot us? That's interesting. Like ranged zone control. I can't believe the AI is that dumb.
Now's the perfect time for some mercenary friends.
I don't know about perfect, but we are gonna do it. Like if we can get rid of both bosses, we basically win. Heal me! Thank you. At some point, there's gonna be a tournament in HOTS where it's like one character, one player on each team, and the rest are AI. It's all about like properly manipulating your AI for fun and profit, and so forth. That'd be an interesting tournament style. Like one of my dream tournament ideas is random. It's like you don't start with a team, you don't come in with a team, you're just randomly drafted into a team. It's like a quick match tournament. You're randomly drafted into it with 4 other people and you just progress from there. I guess people are gonna complain like, oh no, our teamwork and our skills, what are we to do now? But you know, I think it'll be interesting. It's on the way to boss. Actually, we should just push with boss. At worst, the punishment for failure isn't that bad. Stay, please. Thank you. Well, I don't know how to use it, basically. Here you go. Snipes. That's slow, bro. Where am I? There I am. Not that it matters, because boss is gonna do work for us. Yes. Boss is gonna do work, and we're gonna end the game. This is kind of embarrassing in that it took 22 minutes to finish an AI game, but I'm hoping we just improved the AI. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can subscribe to the Dark Fluffy Cloud channel so you don't miss a thing. I'm Patinator.
Well done, hero.
I'll see you later. Yeah, that wasn't it.